Why don't you think it's a legal meeting?
Because 712 of the code was not followed.
Well,
Mr. Treecost called this meeting on, I just want to know if we're on the record.
yes.
We are recording, yes.
Yes. Mr. Treecost called this meeting on Monday. He was not the president of the commission. You were appointed commissioner on Wednesday at roughly 10:10, 10:15. At no point during that meeting did you call for a special meeting. You sent me an email yesterday trying to clear confusion that a special meeting was called by you for tomorrow at 10, and if you're understanding that one commissioner concurs and one does not. Could you please tell me what commissioner concurs and the one that does not?
Of course, obviously it's you that does not concur.
I was never asked by you about this meeting,
No, I know you weren't asked
so how could I not concur?
because of your actions on Wednesday.
That's not law. That's not legal. You have to ask. You have to give me by code
I'm-
24-hour, no, you can't cut me off, 24-hour
Excuse me.
notice, which was not given. And you cannot show me where you and the other commissioner that you asked us for a meeting today.
Well,
And
it's
if
my,
there's any attorneys sitting in here that think that we're following the code, I'd love for them to stand up and make that commitment, including the prosecutor. When I was not noticed, I have no proof that he was noticed, and I have no proof that you called this meeting today. So if you can produce those to me, I'm more than happy to go along with this meeting as you and Mr. Treecost have personally planned, not as a commission. So I'm waiting to see the email that went to Mr. Treecost or the date and the time of the phone call that you made to him and when you notified me to give you my 24 hours to give you an answer.
well, it's
And
mine.
don't say it was on the meeting.
You don't have to put words in my mouth, Mr. Hinkle.
Okay,
And you know, I can't help it. I have to say,
say
well, it's sad that we have come to this. It truly is.
it. It is.
Yes, it is.
But you and
But
Mr.
I-
Treecost have been meeting
Don't
in
accuse me.
private.
Don't accuse, I'm not going there, Mr. Hinkle. But I was told that it was an implied, it had been scheduled, and you were notified, it was implied that you were notified
By whom?
at the meeting. It was
What
on the
meeting?
agenda. The
Where?
meeting was on the agenda.
Can you show me where it was on the agenda?
Well, I don't have Wednesday's agenda.
Mr. Parker, could you get Wednesday's agenda? Where
I
we
mean,
said
it said
we were-
tentatively, but
I didn't mean we said we were having it.
okay, well, I tell you what, if you do not want to go forth with this meeting, Mr. Hinkle,
I don't think you legally can.
well, then why don't we move this to next Wednesday? With
That
that-
was what
with
I
that-
suggested earlier this week.
Well, I want to do the right thing as well. And if that's what the commission desires, then that's what we can do. I mean, I spoke to Rachel and Mr. Parker, but I don't have a problem moving this to Wednesday. Mr. Tregoff?
Commissioner President,
Well,
and I'm following your lead.
we've not opened this up, meeting up to make any type of motions.
I don't see how we can have a meeting.
Well, then I guess we move this to Wednesday. Add it to all these agendas items on Wednesday. Is that okay with you, Mr. Hinkle?
That's great. Should have been discussed last Wednesday.
Okay. I'm sorry that you all are here today. But in light of this, I believe that is the best thing to do is to move the meeting until Wednesday, next Wednesday. And everybody will have ample notice.
Thank you.
Madam Prosecutor, would it be okay if I met with since there will be no action taken and there will be no vote taken, that I can meet with the entities that have traveled here to discuss what I would like to discuss concerning the building?
No, sir.
I think you
should probably do that as a body, but
Okay.
I mean, Mr. Parker's much better versed in some of this stuff than I am. I don't want to lead you down the wrong path.
No commissioner has the right to meet with Mr. Parker to direct him to do anything without the governing body agreeing to it. I think the prosecutor would be more than happy to show that.
Willie,
Mr. Parker, I think we're going to, out of an abundance of caution, move this meeting to, remove these agenda items to Wednesday.
All right.
Willie, Rachel, defer to you. It would be wrong for you and I to sit down with Rifle and Sealing and bond counsel at this moment.
In my opinion, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes,
I mean, if the commission has specific questions you would like to get me to have information available for Wednesday, I could sit down and, if he has specific questions, if you want information readily available for whoever.
Madam Prosecutor, if I ask Willie to ask them questions, is that within the boundary?
That is my understanding. Yes, that's part of the reason you have a county administrator.
Can
Yes,
I do that right now in the open?
that would be up to you all.
No, it's up, I don't want to do
I-
anything I shouldn't.
I would prefer outside of an open meeting. That way there's no question. You're not violating the Open Governmental Meetings Act. You come to me, I need the following information for Wednesday.
Okay.
B, A, B, 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 and then I can get that. That would be my recommendation.
I'm perfectly comfortable with that. Can I have your time for the next 30 minutes?
Yeah. I was scheduled all day.
Mr. Parker, I would like to, for the next agenda, to discuss hiring for the future for HR issues. I'm trying to understand again how we have somebody bring in second time this week, somebody that's already been approached for legal issues without this governing body discussing that we needed or who we're going to hire. And I'm hoping that Steptoe Johnson will be very open with this commission on the conversations they've had with commissioners on how we arrived today to an engagement letter. So I hope they're prepared to answer those questions.
well, there's no meeting, so.
Madam President, may I say something?
Sure.
I'm not preaching. I'm an employee and I'm not trying to get fired.
Greg, this is probably not the place to, if I know where your conversation's going, I don't know that this is the setting that you need to. And somebody correct me if I'm wrong, what's the difference in you, him, or I speaking?
He's an employee,
He's an
but
employee.
yeah, not subject to the Open Governmental Meetings Act as a governing body.
Okay,
That would be the difference.
fire away.
I felt a nudging this morning while I was shaving and, not getting preachy or anything, but it's happened, 3 or 4 times in my life. And it's about the discourse everywhere, and here, and the employee issue specifically, that, there's a lot of people nervous. I'm not. It'll be what it'll be. I'll be fine no matter what happens with this. It doesn't matter whether I agree or not. I just don't think it's right to leave people hanging out there wondering if their job's secure or not. And it's not my place to represent them. Again, I didn't really want to do this, but I felt nudged as a Christian. And that was backed up when I walked into the bedroom and my wife had been praying about today for me. And one of the things that she was led to was that if God is on your side, then who can be against you? And I think everybody has good intentions, and I would like to see us rise above it. And any decisions we make, there's good employees, there's bad employees. Sometimes you have to fire people. Nobody knows if that's what's going to happen, but to do it with a clear mind and not a calloused heart because of a lot of the environment stuff going around. And there's just never a wrong time to do the right thing. And I'm not trying to be condescending to anybody. I've been around here 31 years, And there's a lot of good employees here, and it's just not right for them to spend days and days and days worrying if they're gonna have another paycheck with the COVID stuff going on, people losing their jobs, with all the controversy out there. That's where I'm at, and I thank you for the time.
And to everybody that's here, I apologize for you coming, but I notified the president yesterday that I felt this meeting was improperly called. They had the opportunity to discuss it with me, did not discuss it with me. The two commissioners have taken upon themselves to determine what's going to go forward within this commission, and this commissioner will always be looking from the outside in. And I will continue to make sure that we follow proper procedure, because that's all I have left to do with this commission. So again, my apologies, but this meeting should have never happened, and it was pointed out yesterday.
Anybody else? Nothing there to go.
Lily, I'll meet you at 5 in the conference room.
That'll be fine.
Okay.
Sure. How are you?